Hey guys, it's Brick Thunder. I'm here at the 5 Points Haunted House. Come along with us step by step for our documentary series as we build the haunt. We have some bad news. We have not been able to start the haunt.
What?
Working with the city has been frustrating.
Oh boy.
The city requires us to submit our plans. They give us comments, and then we have to resubmit the plans. We thought that it would only take a couple weeks, but we submitted our initial plans. They gave us back comments. We addressed those comments and submitted back the plans. We thought that might be a chance for us to get the permit. They brought back more comments and more things that we needed to clarify. We addressed those again and then resubmitted our plans a third time. And now we're waiting to hear back from them any day.
The stress of this delay has been real, for sure. Jesse's waking up super early, concerned about it. His other job and this job, it's just all the time. Miles is setting an alarm in the morning. You know, he sets his alarm to get up and work, and he works really, really late. It has definitely been stressful, but I still think that we will get there at the end.
There's water in it.
It might cause
It might drip. You don't want anybody getting wet.
Yeah.
The ramps are being lifted only, right? You don't have it alone. Up, yeah.
Onward!
It's a big boy.
The beast is in.
Gotta name that beast.
It's called the beast.
Oh, the beast.
Your new home. Welcome to your new home, the beast. This is water that was in the air compressor.
Now we are 3 months in the future. Since filming that last episode, that's when we were first starting to get our plans ready for the city. We put them in, and this process has taken till now, and we're still not approved yet. So it's been taking a lot longer than we expected, and we only have about a month until we're trying to get our checks done and open the haunt.
It just adds a lot of stress on everyone, and I think they've definitely been thinking about how much work they still have to do with only 1 month left.
We are definitely past the point where I thought there's no chance we're actually going to be able to get it done. So we are in rush mode. It has impacted a lot of our plans in terms of what we do first. We're doing as much off-site as we can, knowing that once we do get this permit, we can just get in there and get going.
All right, so today we are going to be building this levitating mechanism for behind the pulpit. Ready?
Yep. First of all, we have to lift somebody who could be up to 200, 300, 400 pounds.
This is what the actor is going to stand on, and it's literally going to raise them up over a foot, so it looks like they're floating in the air.
That's what we hope.
Throughout these months, we've had to hire a lot of people as well. We have a detection company doing all the fire detectors because the building actually didn't have any. We have someone who may be relocating some sprinkler heads and working with that side of it. So a lot of fire stuff, but also we have people working on our stuff. So for example, we had to get an architect to do all these sketches because we need a building permit to actually build out the thing.
Let's see. Using this. Are we trying it? Good? I'm scared to. Oh God. I got it.
I love my wife and I appreciate all the work that she's done.
So the permit, it's in my nightmares. This is like what, round 3 we're waiting on? You know, like we keep getting no's basically. So I think once we finally get that email, if the email says you guys are good to go, I think we're gonna go for some sushi. I don't know, it's gonna be great.
All right, so here is our huge system to power everything in the haunt. Now this is going to be running all of the electronics and stuff. For example, down here you can see some of the sound system. Now right now it's just the forest and the swamp, but you can see they're labeled. We can mess with all of that stuff separately here. Now I want to give a huge thank you to OnLogic for sending us this computer. This thing is awesome. It's super compact. As you can see, it's tiny, but it's crazy powerful. This is for industrial use, so it's made for the conditions of a haunted house, and it will last.
In the haunt, there's going to be an area where there's cameras and people from the gift shop can actually press buttons and it'll shoot out air and it'll flash some light. So here's the controller. You can see the button, you press it, and then the light flashes like that. Kind of cool.
All right, and here is Venue Magic. So a huge thank you to them for sending us this program to use for our haunt this year. This is an awesome program that we're going to be using to basically operate all the stuff that includes sound, audio, lights, stuff like that. So for example here, I have a simple one of just thunder right here, and you can see over here, that is showing the lights. So if I play this right here, what it's going to do is it's going to create a sequence where you can, first of all, see the lightning light. So it's playing the music, but it can also operate stuff like animatronics, lights, and other things in that scene. All haunts have to have a system in case of an emergency, any emergency, that all the overhead lights, just white lights, come on and all of your show stuff turns off. All right, so for example, let's play the swamp sounds here. There you can hear it, and then let's trigger an emergency. So the swamp has shut off, and now it's playing our emergency message.
This is an emergency. Exit the building immediately.
So again, a huge thank you to OnLogic and Venue Magic for sending us these awesome systems to run the haunt. So in the meantime, while waiting for those approvals and all of that to be dealt with, we've been figuring out some other things to do to get us along without breaking any rules, obviously. So for example, my dad's been working on a lot of the electronic side, so there's so much that needs to be done with lighting, sound, all that stuff, and making the whole show actually work every night. So he's been working on that side of it. But then there's also just physical stuff that we've done. We've moved in a lot of our larger props and got stuff ready just so that when it's time to build up the walls, it's a lot easier than if we had a ton of walls in the way and then had to move the big stuff.
We have over 100 walls that we have to build. We were planning on doing it all ourselves, and instead we've decided to hire a crew that's going to come in and build the walls. And so as soon as the permit is granted to us, we're gonna start assembling.
Once we start building, I think things are going to just overall feel a lot better. I don't know how well we've been balancing. We've been eating out a lot and doing a lot of really quick meals in the oven, but I'd say we're doing our best.
We also have been working on restorations on the building. Like we said in the last episode, this building has been abandoned for 7 years now. So it was dirty, people broke in, people did a ton of stuff. So we got all of that cleaned, we restored floors, restored everything there. So it's looking much better, and it's in a much better shape to actually build a haunt in now. Some of the big props we've moved in are the entire mummy halls. That's a huge one. We were able to move in and stand up the Demon Slayer, which is probably the largest thing we have. Also, I just received the lunch lady from Poison Props, so we were able to move her in and get her in place and start testing that as well.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be scary.
I don't know if I got it all the way out, but
That
That's a little too crazy.
Some of our sections luckily don't require many walls or any at all. For example, the kitchen and restaurant. So things like that, we've been able to get some lighting done and get that set and screwed into walls and stuff. And then also we've been able to do some details. So for example, the restaurant, get some plates, some fake food.
It's pretty good. Pretty gross.
I think what I'm most excited about, if we can open this year, is definitely acting in the haunt. I love scaring people, and I love seeing how many people come through and just dressing up. It's a really fun time.
So the reason it is so important that we open this year instead of, just waiting like a season, you can do that with a home haunt, but now because it's a professional haunt, it is a business, and there's a lot of people involved. For example, the owners have been a huge help. There's also many people relying on us to open this year. For example, a lot of our sponsors who have donated costumes, electronic parts, and stuff like that, kind of all need us to open this year so that we can also promote the use of that stuff. It's also really important that we bring our previous audience to this new haunt. We open every year here at the house, so moving it is definitely a big step, and it's going to be a drive for people, and also it's an expense now because we are charging for tickets compared to at the home haunt. So it's important that we can open this first year to keep that crowd coming, so that there's not just a big gap in the years that we're open.
I personally love this. It's an adventure and it's really fun to work through all of this.
All right, so we got our comments back from the city. For the most part, everything that we sent to them was good. They signed off on it. The only thing was they wanted some information about how we were going to be handling the outside, where the parking was going to be, where the lines are going to be. So we're going into the city now to meet with them face to face and talk through the plans.
We're hoping for the best.